Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Mariana's Coffee.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
I love Mariana's Coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
This burger looked at one slice of melted cheese and said, more cheese. It looked at pickles and said, also onions. It wanted to be more than hot. It wanted to be juicy. This is the Quarter Pounder with cheese. If you thought one napkin for the Quarter Pounder with cheese was enough, it's not enough.
Customs says the U.S. mail or private package delivery companies continue to be the preferred mode of getting drugs into the Mariana Islands. Authorities have intercepted over a pound of crystal methamphetamine, or ice, that came in through a parcel delivery. The drugs were hidden in a box inside this Bluetooth speaker, and Customs say something did not appear quite right about the package.
They came across this package, a portable speaker, stereo speaker. The officer carefully examined, went ahead and did an X-ray the speaker, and the X-ray revealed some anomalies, some issues in there. Continued the inspection, opened it up, and discovered 6 package of crystal meth.
Total weight is 1.1 pounds. Street value estimated at just over $150,000.
An arrest was made yesterday during a ops control delivery. A Asian national came, pick up the package, and then was fast forward, was arrested for this. It's now pending before the federal court.
Authorities did not release the name of the man arrested, calling him an Asian male. However, the customs director did say this.
This is a money-making business for this person. When he was busted, they found, I guess, ice also. I'm not sure about cash. But I don't know how, we're just suspecting it's coordinated from mainland China, but it's, as long as, the demand is there, of course, these dealers would provide the supplies.
In federal court yesterday afternoon, Zhu Guang Li was charged with attempted possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute. Li was arrested back in 2013 and sentenced to 5 years of prison time on September 5th of the same year for illegal possession of just over a gram of ice. A pound is about 450 grams. Mofnis says the drugs came in from an address in Monterey, California.
Did it come through the U.S. Postal Service or UPS?
It's UPS.
Is it a business entity, addressed to a business entity, or just an individual?
It's addressed to an individual. It is the individual that came and picked up the package.
The Department of Public Safety says that bones have been found in the Marpi area. Police Commissioner Anthony Macarenas says a group of hikers found the bones near Bonsai Cliff.
They came and took charge of the crime scene, preserved the crime scene until the next day, which is yesterday, Monday, July 8th. Members of my CIB, along with personnel from the Historic Preservation Office, came by, examined the remains, and determined that it's not a post-World War II remains. It's a remain that's something that is in this present time, probably less than 20 years ago.
There have been several missing persons over the years. The Luke sisters disappeared in 2011, and they have never been found. In 2014, the Yamada sisters, here on vacation from Japan, went missing, and they were also never found despite an intense search in the Marpi area. One witness told KSPN at the time they saw a suspicious vehicle and activity in the Bonsai Cliff overlook area. The sisters were staying at the Mariana Resort, and some clothing items were found at Wing Beach.
Investigators will be looking at previous cases of missing person and kind of determine if there's anything similarity to this findings today.
DPS says the bones were found in a cave and that more than one set of remains were discovered.
Currently, right now, my investigators are on the scene processing the crime scene, and probably they will be collecting the bones, and we'll refer them to a forensic anthropology to determine the sex and the age of the bones found.
The police commissioner says they have not been able to determine a cause of death.
Any teeth found?
The only thing I know, they were found bones, and I think it's a skull. Until such time that, like I said, they made a confirmation as to the examination by forensic anthropology, we would know the sex and the age of that human remain, the bones that were found in Marpi.
Any thought if it could be a child, a teenager, an adult? Is it easy to see from that, from just the size of it?
I am not at the scene. I base on the information gathered by my investigators that it's a human, could be less than 20 years old. Again, we wouldn't know. We cannot determine again the sex because of the remains. It's just bones.
DPS says after gathering the remains, they will go to a facility that can provide some more answers.
These bones will be sent off and will be examined by the proper personnel that has the facility to able to determine this human remains that are found.
Could the human remains found near Bonsai Cliff be the missing Yamada sisters? It's been 10 years now since two Japanese sisters went missing while on vacation on Saipan. The sisters stayed at the Mariana Resort, recreated at Wing Beach. Authorities recovered their rental car, an empty raft, some clothes, but so many questions remain, and the parents and the fiancé of one of the girls have never gotten answers. At the time, one local resident told authorities and KSPN that they saw some suspicious activity at the Bonsai Cliff area. This is a story about the sisters that we ran shortly after their mysterious disappearance.
The family of the missing Yamada sisters returned to Saipan again, hoping to finally get an answer about the disappearance of 34-year-old Natsuki Yamada and 26-year-old Chinatsu Yamada in July of last year. The father of the sisters, Hideki Yamada, through a translator, says he is very sad and frustrated. He sees no progress.
もう10ヶ月経つんですけれども、何も進展がなくてどう
It's about 10 months now, and really stuck. It's the no improvement of no progress with the investigation. So they put their hope onto the past 3 times interview from 2 newspaper company that they give information as much and they can get some sort of information coming back to them. But until now, it's actually not improving the status. So even though but they thought this might be not really impact for make any impact for community, but they still wants to seek the hope. So they wants to accept this interview as use this source to deliver the message to the community that anything, any information regarding about the sisters' disappearance, he wants to get anything, he wants to hear anything from the community.
今もうすぐ
2 more months, it's going to be a year. And until now, he feels like just come back. She just knock the door, come inside the house or something. Like the feeling is so close, so they can't believe the fact that they're missing.
Kenichi Ichikawa is the fiance of Chinatsu. He just wants to embrace her again.
He was very adoring her, so he wants to just, she's next to him and he wants to adore her.
何度来てもね、でも同じ気持ちです。
Every single time they visit, they feel same.
Kodze Yamada is the mother of Chinatsu and Natsuki. She says they cannot give up in the search for her daughters.
Very difficult to answer in the right way, but when they first received the call about the daughter's missing case, and they thought it's an accident. And when they finally came here and went to the Wing Beach and they saw the beach, they felt, no, it was not accident. That's what they thought. And every time they come, they go into the ocean, they feel the beach, and they definitely feel something, different things happen.
The mother tells KSPN she received a letter in the mail from the Yamada sisters before the trip, saying they were going to take a vacation.
It's a short message, but it says, our sisters, we're taking a vacation. So when we will call you or we will message you soon. That was the last word.
A former police officer who served time in jail on burglary and theft charges was in court this week to update the judge during his probation period. Gordon Semin was arrested for stealing lobsters, camera equipment, and liquor from Coco Restaurant in Garapan. According to our news file, Semin burglarized Coco's restaurant in December of 2016, stole over $2,000 worth of goods, and then a week later burglarized Avenue Restaurant, where he made off with over $4,000 worth of goods. He also pled guilty to an assault and battery charge in 2011 when he was a rookie police officer. Semin is out of jail now, and the hearing this week was to check on the status of his probation. Semin has yet to make payments for court fines or made any restitution payments. He told the judge he has completed counseling at the Community Guidance Center. The judge told him he needs to complete community work service hours, and if he does not fulfill his probation conditions, he could find himself back in custody. The judge wants to see him again on October the 1st.
This guy was driving way over the speed limit. Look at the damage. This guy was going a lot over the speed limit. Look at the damage. This guy was going a little over the speed limit. Look at the damage.
At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under CNMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537. Premium office space is available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park on Capitol Hill. Features include dedicated parking, fast internet, backup power, good water, and natural light throughout to go along with the very best views on Saipan. So don't settle for space when you can get peace and peace of mind. Call Hermosa Vista today at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
Fast, fun, and easy. That's how your home Wi-Fi should be. So start with an internet plan that fits your budget. Introducing your home Wi-Fi starter pack, also known as WISP. Enjoy up to 25 megabits per second for as low as $35 a month, plus a free router with your wireless subscription. That's hours of movies, games, social media, and more endless fun. Get your Wi-Fi starter pack today only at Docomo Pacific. Better together. Additional conditions may apply.
Where are the Japanese tourists? As we try and rebuild arrivals from Japan, we look at travel trends around the region. What are our strengths and what are our weaknesses? We used to have thousands, tens of thousands of Japanese tourists arriving each month. Now it's hundreds. Is it our marketing, our product, the yen rate? Saipan and Guam have always touted proximity to Japan as one of the key selling points to travel to our region. We do have spectacular, warm, clear blue water, white sand beaches, and a vibrant culture. We are also considered relatively safe and peaceful, definite strengths. In the past, Saipan and Guam have been considered inexpensive getaways, about half the time and expense as going to Hawaii. Now, with the yen rate over 160 to the US dollar, the inexpensive getaway is no longer a bargain, and Japanese are avoiding travel to U.S. destinations. Definite weakness, but hopefully temporary. Travel to Hawaii is down well over 50% from pre-COVID levels. Travel to Guam is down 70%, with just 14,000 Japanese visiting Guam in April of 2024. In 2019, that number was 47,000. But Japanese are traveling, and they still love the beach. One trend fueling travel, the rise of the low-cost carriers in Japan. Skymark, Peach, Vanilla, ANA Wings, Jetstar all compete vigorously for leisure travelers. And one of the preferred destinations now is Okinawa. It has an abundance of places to stay and play. Over 300 properties listed on Expedia at all sorts of price points. Tonight, we're going to see what Okinawa is all about. It's a beautiful trip over on United from Guam to Narita. Cloudy, never looked so good. Once in Japan, flights to Okinawa are offered throughout the day, and fares are cheap, about $150 round trip for the 3-hour flight from Tokyo.
I was told that the Tokyo to Naha route was like one of the busiest routes in the world as far as like how many flights are coming out a day. So you can get you can fly to either Haneda or Narita from Tokyo, and there's low-cost carriers, there's JAL.
Gardner Robinson used to work at the Pacific Islands Club right here in Saipan, and he now lives in Okinawa with his family. He's been in the travel industry for over 20 years. He says Okinawa is not just accessible from mainland Japan, there are now a number of direct international flights as well.
We can get direct flights to Bangkok, to Hong Kong, to Singapore, to Taiwan, Taipei.
About 8.5 million people visit Okinawa each year, and nature is a big reason for the visits.
What are some of the things that people, when they come down here, what are some of the activities or things that they're looking for?
Yeah, obviously diving. That's what I came here originally for with Outdoor Japan. We were diving, doing the manta dives out in Ishigaki, and then Tim Rock, who's based in Guam. He's done a lot of work for us on for diving content and stuff. And he went out to Yonaguni and dove with the the hammerheads and the underwater civilization down there, the rock formations, and so diving, snorkeling, winter whale watching, which I think you guys realized when you went out to Zamami. I mean, all of the towers up there are basically not for they're basically for whale watching. So traditionally it's a real whale watching community.
On Friday, we will head into the Karama Islands for a little deeper dive into Okinawa. Chris Nelson for the Channel 2 News. Saipan through the eyes of a former resident who came back for a visit. Andrew Rinaldi worked here at Deloitte in the early 90s. This summer, his son, a finance major, is interning at Ernst & Young on Guam. Deloitte is no longer here, having left the region, and we asked him about changes to the island and the island economy. In the early 90s, it was boom time here in the Marianas with new hotels, a strong tourism market, and inexpensive regional flights. Much of that has changed.
It constantly evolves, right? The island moves and changes and grows. I think it's a bit slow right now with the tourism, and that's obviously pretty tough. But a lot of things are still the same. The island's still absolutely beautiful. I had quite a few sort of interactions with local people, and everyone is just really, really nice and welcoming. So it changes, but it doesn't change.
One big change that may never change, an unfinished structure in the heart of Garapan, the Imperial Pacific Casino Resort Hotel.
Yeah, that makes you feel pretty sad, really. I mean, the fact that that's going to be a blight on the landscape for some time. There's a lot of construction going on right now with the roadworks and things. Garapan is not what it was last time I was here, say 6 or 7 years ago. There's a lot of things that have closed down. A lot of restaurants we used to love have closed, but there's new ones coming up in its place. Quite interested to see what Saipan will look like in a couple of years when all the road construction's finished and as it evolves into the next phase.
Rinaldi met his eventual wife while living here in a visit to Majuro, and they now live in the United Kingdom.
I now run a small property development business where we're building, at the moment we're building 200 homes across 6 different sites. We have about 50 people working for us, so yeah, it's an interesting time. London right now, a bit like here, the economy's struggling a bit, politically we're about to have a change of government, but London, again, like here, is resilient, so we'll get through it. We'll come out stronger, but the next year is probably still going to be a bit rocky.
Brexit good for business there a few years later?
Absolutely appalling.
Bad.
Yeah, it's really bad. I don't understand why we did it. So it's,
is it a done deal, or could it go back?
They say it can go back, but to undo it is going to take a lot of time. I think both technically and what's the word? Almost like emotionally. I think the UK sort of snubbed a lot of Europe by pulling out, and to get them to change their mind is going to be difficult. And then technically to get everything undone is so people talk about it. They don't talk about it as if it's going to happen. They talk about it as if it might happen. But if it does happen, it's going to take some time.
Rinaldi spent just 2 days here, but they were busy ones. A trip to Managaha Island, snorkeling in the Saipan Lagoon, swimming the tanks, mixing in a jungle run, finding some World War II ordnance, and a very, very nice Crown Plaza sunset.
48 hours in Saipan, you can pack a lot in, and oh my word, it was amazing. So, loved it.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week. Beautiful, beautiful weather in the Marianas tonight. It can be mostly cloudy with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Winds coming out of the east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Lows around 77. Chance of showers 50% for Tinian and Saipan, 40% for Guam and Rota. Thursday, mostly cloudy with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. East winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Highs around 88. Chance of showers 40% for Guam and Rota, 30% for Saipan and Tinian. And then Thursday night, mostly cloudy with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Winds coming out of the east, gentle 5 to 10 miles per hour. Lows around 77. Chance of showers 40%. Sunset tonight is at 6:52 p.m.